3-all, and Buffalo had the ball and is starting to drive, but gets stalled at 4th and 5 from their 35-yard line.
Right.
Think about this. It's 4th and 5 from their 35, and it's 3-all in this game. And what did they do? They ran a fake punt. A fake punt, and the up back throws a left-handed pass for a 13-yard gain, and here they go. And
that's a heck of a throw, too.
It was a heck of a throw. And then they actually faced 4th down one more time in this drive, and Josh Allen ran the keeper on the zone read and ran for 22 yards.
Can I ask you a question, Skip? Are you still sold on Baker Mayfield? You take Baker Mayfield over that guy?
Absolutely, absolutely. Baker Mayfield in the last 8 games until he lost his top 4 receivers and 2 of his starters in the offensive line was ranked 2nd by Pro Football Focus in the whole league over his last 8 games.
Skip.
I'll take him in his intangibles over Josh Allen. They are on fire right now in Buffalo, but how can you rate or rank Josh Allen? He's up a bit against garbage last night on the Patriot defense. There's no Stephon Gilmore, right?
All I'm saying, Skip, all I'm saying, and if you look at it, Baker Mayfield has 26 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Do you know that Josh Allen has 26 and 7 when not throwing to Stephon Diggs?
Yep, I got it. But Stephon Diggs is leading the league in catches and yards, and he has changed life for Josh Allen. Every once in a while, a receiver comes along who is so gifted, he is so skilled and so savvy that Stephon Diggs is uncoverable by 2 people. You can put 2 people on him, and he is going to separate from 2.
Well, Skip, he been had that. Okay? He was just playing with Cousins. He was just playing up in Minnesota.
I got it. But all of a sudden, Josh Allen has fallen in love with him.
Yes.
And they're talking about their video game buddies, and they're really close off the field. It appeared they did a joint interview on ESPN after the game last night, and it looked like it was legit, authentic connection. And now Josh Allen knows I can throw it to him anytime if I have any doubt, I'll just throw it to him, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so all of a sudden they are exploding because they still got Cole Beasley, and you love little Beasley.
He balling.
Okay, and they have a legit run game, and they have a legit offensive line that
nice tight ends, although he dropped one last night.
Yeah, Dawson Knox. Okay, but the point is they are on a roll. They should have won 9 straight games, except they got Hail Murray.
Yes.
So they're on fire. We'll talk about them later. Their chances of going to Kansas City, which I give them a shot to go to Kansas City right now. But the point is, back to Bill Belichick. Where is he heading? Because, remember, he did have 2 big opt-outs. Dante Hightower and Patrick Chung opted out for COVID reasons. I assume it was just COVID. I don't know. Maybe there are other personal things going on. But you can't tell me that Tom Brady wouldn't have been able to go to each one of those guys who he's close to both of them and say, hey, let's make one last run at this. If he had stayed in New England or Belichick wanted him to stay, I just wonder about that.
I don't, Skip, because I think the thing is that everybody that opted out, they opted out for very, very personal reasons. You look at the running back from Kansas City, Skip, he opted out because of his mom.
Yep.
You know, some people opted out because they had kids that had pre-existing conditions, and it's like, you know what, it's just not worth the risk. I think one of the McCourtys, I think he's staying at a hotel the entire season to make sure he doesn't, whatever it might transpire, that it doesn't come home to his wife and to his kids.
Okay. So, to me, Bill Belichick turned into one of those sort of delusional geniuses who says, I am so great at what I do. He didn't understand just how much Tom Brady meant to him because he didn't want him there anymore. I am so great that it won't matter how many cogs I lose on defense. So he loses Kyle Van Noy and a Landon Roberts to the Dolphins. And then Jamie Collins is gone, and he trades Deron Harmon, and Danny Shelton's gone. And all of a sudden, who's left except Gilmore, who's too expensive for them to keep one more year after this year?
Correct.
And now he's wrecked his knee, and I don't know what obviously he's going
I think it was a quad. It was a quad. Yeah, I think he had a surgery on his quad.
All right. So the point is that they've actually played better on defense than I thought they could.
Yes.
But they're still 6-9 because they don't have a quarterback. And as much as Cam has balled out running the football, his QBR has now fallen to 29th out of 32 quarterbacks. It's not good.
No.
He's 5 touchdowns to 10 interceptions. So think about this. Cam Newton has started 14 games this year, and he has 5 touchdown passes. I mean, Brady had 4 in the first half in Detroit.
Skip, look, I think the game is called Jenga, where you have the little pieces and you try to move one out without making the whole thing fall down. Skip, there's only so many pieces you can move out before the things topple down. There's only so many pieces that you can take away from the defense. Stephon Gilmore and Hightower and Chung and Landon Robertson, all the guys, Kyle Van Noy, and you trade DeJuan Harmon. There's only so many pieces before it topples like a house of cards. Granted, their quarterback situation hasn't been well. Skip, look, I don't know what they're going to do, but they need to blow this offense up. This is not going to work. This is not going to work, Skip. And Cam has something to do with that. But it's not like he's throwing to Mike Evans. It's not like he's throwing to Godwin and Antonio Brown.
Nope.
But Skip, look, Tom Brady left. He got more talent on the offensive side while really not sacrificing anything defensively, because Tampa has the number 7 scoring defense, which, they've given up some yards, but at the end of the day, yards don't beat you. Points beat you. Yeah. And they've been pretty good at that. Tom Brady, from number 1 scoring defense, from 2001 and 2019, if you average it, he's had the number 1 scoring defense for 19 years.
Number 1?
Number 1 average scoring defense if you project it out over the time that he was there. He's had the number 1 scoring average defense from 2001 to 2019. He's had 16 of his 19 seasons in which he's been a starter. He's had a top 10 scoring defense.
Oh, you mean if you rank all the years together?
All the years, yes, if you rank all the years. But he's had 16 top 10.
Okay. And all I know is that in one Super Bowl, they let Eli Manning drive at 83 yards for a touchdown to win the game to take it away from Brady. In the other one, they gave up 41 points to Nick Foles.
Do you know in Brady's career, Brady has scored 20 or less points in 4 Super Bowls, and they've won 2 of them. Yeah. While you doing all that bumping over there, you talking about Tom Brady has won 2 Super Bowls in which his team has scored less than 20 points.
To go undefeated, Tom Brady did what he always does in Super Bowls. He drove them in the first Eli Super Bowl 60 yards and hit Randy Moss with a 5-yard touchdown pass with 2 minutes to go to put them up 14-10, and it should have stood up, because if you're that good, if you're number 1 scoring defense, you got to be able to stop Eli Manning. Are you kidding me?
If you talk, hold on, time
how
out.
did Bill Belichick get a pass for that?
If you Tom Brady, first of all, why is Eli even on the field with Tom Brady? If Tom Brady is GOAT, why is even Eli there?
The GOAT goated him. He did exactly what he did.
Skip, his man
He's won 6 Super Bowls with 6 game-winning drives in fourth quarters and overtimes. That's outrageously great, and you still hate on him.
No, Skip, I'm just saying, a man averaged 36 for a season, and then he gets to the Skip.
How do you put up 33 points in a Super Bowl game and lose it 41-33 with your best defensive player, the guy who played the most snaps on your defense, Malcolm Butler, benched for the game, inexplicably benched?
But you see what you do, Skip? You take the situation in which you gave up 33 and they lost the game, but you don't say how he held Atlanta scoreless for the last 20